So around a month ago, I started the Edited on Chromebook challenge, and I reviewed one app and didn't do anything else after that. Apologies. Now the reason for that being is at the time I didn't have the Dragonfly Pro Chromebook with me, and once I knew that I was getting one, I wanted to hold up on the editing, doing more in the series until I got that in my hands. And then once I did, uh, other videos had to come before this, videos like this one, just because more newsworthy, notoriety, things like that. Uh, that being said, pretty much every video that I've made in the past month, I've edited exclusively on that Chromebook. So I took the challenge even more than I originally thought. So you probably read the title of this video, and we're continuing going right along. Now, this type of editor is going to really more depend upon your hardware. Uh, Videos I have coming up, not so much, but this one is going, so the RAM you have, the processor you have, those things come into play. Um, I've been editing a lot with this software. If you don't know, it's Kdenlive. Now, in order to use this video editor, you do have to enable Linux. If you don't know how to do that, see my video I made prior about installing Linux on your Chromebook. It's real simple and it's easy, and it gets you access to a whole slew of video editors, desktop video editors um, that are really good. And what I'm going to cut away now to is just I'm saying short, huh? Kind of pre-recorded video of me using Kdenlive on one of my videos. That video's probably already up by now as I'm making this. And you won't see me edit the whole video, but basically you'll get an idea as I go through it. Well, without further ado, Kdenlive.
Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit of editing. Um, I'm not sure I'm going to do probably not want to edit the whole video on this video, but just to kind of give you a feel for it of how this, program works. So I am in Kdenlive, like I said in my intro, and I'm kind of falling behind. There's a video I need to put out, and it is about time I get started. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to project, and this is kind of add clip or folder. I need to kind of find my videos here. Now, right here, the video that you'll be seeing on the channel will be the Samsung Galaxy 2 review. Okay on that. Switch to Pro HD uh, so it wants me to switch to 720p. Yeah, let's for now. All right, so these are my cameras. Now, for now I have three camera inputs that I did for that video, and I know I'm going to use the visuals on one. I wasn't sure if I'm going to use the audio. So right here is the preview. So these are the clips. Now, by the way, I should know that this is all adjustable. There's we can get into that later, but if I go through all of them, it's gonna be a much longer video. But these are adjustable, so the clips, the projects, they're going to be over here on the left. This is going to be basically kind of previewing what these are. So you kind of like switch to them here, and this is kind of think of this as kind of actually being the project. So once I drop this into the timeline, then it should pop out over here. So let me just kind of that. Sorry, they're not always. So this So me here. I don't know how much volume you can hear on your end. So I wasn't sure. So the idea was I was going to use the audio of this video versus the visual of this one. So I know I'm going to use this visual because it just looks better, but it almost sounds better. See how it's bright. This is just a lot better. So regardless of I use the audio in this or not, I'm just going to drop this down on the timeline. So once I drop in the timeline, you see that there's the visual representation as well as the audio. Now, if I do decide to dish the audio on this, I could right here, could uh, separate the audio from the visual. So I could do kind of just use the visual here and the other video, put the audio there, and I'll have to kind of line it up a little bit. But I haven't decided if I'm going to do that yet. All right, so let's go down back to the beginning. So you gotta see it popped up over here as well. There's a lot of things going on. Visual here. So there's where I got comment one. Okay, so right now I wanted to keep me walking in, but kinda all right, so that's good. I'm good. Not a full sit down, but let's go a little all right, so let's say right here, and I'm gonna want to cut this. So I'm going to line it right here, right there. Choose some clips. And again, like I said, I'm not going to do the whole thing because if I go through the whole editing process, it's going to take a while. But just to kind of give you an idea that this is a full video editor here. I'm here. I'll select the clip, hit the backspace. Or, oh, go here and see if I say delete selected item. Boom. Now, I know there's a few ways so I can just move that right on back. It's not an issue here, but as you get down, that might be kind of just horrible. So as far as getting rid of empty spaces, we get down, if I cut something out in the middle, you can all just move this back and forth, back and forth. But obviously, if I leave it right here, there's going to be a lot of dead space. So I play that, a lot of black. This is how this kind of like the final product. And then before we get to, okay, so I'm going to right click, hit remove. Now I could do a lot of this, so right now it don't matter since I'm so early in the video. So I'm just going to hit remove space, and that just snaps right back. So now I'm going to do a little bit more editing, and I kind of want to do a fade in, produce my video where I want to fade in from black into the video. So I'm going to go to this top left corner and just kind of tilt it. Tilt it a little bit. Kind of play with this to kind of see where do I want to tilt it in there. And if I move the playhead, it's going to start off black, but then fade out. Fade it. Now, so right now that's good. So I might want to play with how I look. All right, now I love with no. So whenever this come out, sorry for the audio. I need to use a good microphone or any good microphone while recording this. So your effects right here. You have a lot of effects, visual and audio. So if you want to narrow this down, let's just go to visual. And I should have some already kind of saved here. There's a lot of things you could do over here with motion, with style, the image and all this. There's a whole lot of things that even I haven't played around yet. So here, let me see. I kind of like this effect. I kind of grab it, drag it, and drop it in front. You get these options that come up here on the right side. Now I can adjust this down a bit, kind of bring dark here. It's a little too dark. Kind of play with it a little bit. Way too black there. You still want to brighten up a little bit, but and we're gonna play a little bit. If you ever think like, hey, I went a little too far, like say I'm like, obviously that's not good at all. And here, you can just turn off, turn on, turn off. You want to see before and after. If I want to just delete the whole thing, say, hey, I went too far, just delete the effect, all that kind of stuff. Delete the effect. You want to start real, you could always just delete the effect, go before and after. But let's go back. No, I don't want to zoom. Right, right here, that's Chroma key. That's if I had a green screen. And again, let's go back to where we had it. And again, just play around with it. Kind of like a little, ooh, too much, too much, too much. That's just kind of fine. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. You can also adjust it up here. That. Normally I use something else for my intro, but I'm gonna strike that frame because I don't know. I might use that for a thumbnail. Again, I'm just looking through, looking through, looking through. I don't think I did too much ums. There's a part here that I'm gonna edit out a little bit. I would, in fact, I'll show you before I close out the video. Go back to the project bin right now. I'm in effects, but I go down project. In one part of the video, I made a short video clip. Okay, Mary, I have to look for that where I know I'm typing here just to show you the keyboard, tint mode, playing with here, here, talk about things on YouTube right here, here. So this project, but you can again you can preview it. This is going to be the video that came from the laptop, and I'll. So when it gets to that part, I'm just going to just cut that part out and bring that here. And man, that's tinted. All right. So I'm going to speed past this part, or because it's again, don't blame the software. The software is good. Just blame my SARS itself as far as how good I am at editing. Okay. So as I'm editing this, there's a lot of us YouTubers. We have a lot of dead space. Right now, a lot of YouTubers. So, but I can tell what the dead space is down here. There's a little volume. I hear, volume here, so sound. So when I play it, I kind of know that there's going to be a big blank space because I can see all this little dead space. So let it play. Now I'm stopping that right here, and we're just gonna cut it. Hit the tab button and keep playing it. And I can see that something's coming. I'll probably just call. No, not yet. Right. Okay, so I see that I'm going to be talking more here, so I can kind of adjust it here, cut it right there. Make sure to select tool, select. Wrong. Select kingdom. Let's do it again and just remove space. Come back here and I like to play over that little part. Just make sure it looks seamless. Okay, so I'm near the end of my review here. The video will be out close to this one because I'm editing this. So you might get this video ahead of this editing video, uh, since it was by request. Let me see if I can come here. Still want to find, and I think I accidentally deleted that clip. I think I did. So I want to, that camera just here. Let's see. So here, deleted clip like I just did. You can go back and find it. It's all coming from the same folder anyway. I really want to shoot. All right. So right here is where I'm starting the video. So cutting this part out because I don't want you to see from this angle, but we gotta have to let this play out. I'll try to cut this pretty close. All right, so let me see if I got that. So right here. So right here, this section is this video right here. Should be about 28 seconds long. So what I just said here at the beginning is what's going to match right here. And I can tell, boy, that's so loud. So, and it pretty much lines up exactly. Now, really, in order to get in fact, I think that's what I should do. And I should just thought better editing. So I'm going to undo that. In fact, I just delete this right here and just kind of slide insert this, remove space. No, no, no. I'm going to undo that. Undo, undo, undo. Right here. So right now it should go immediately to this camera part test. So let's start off a little back and let's see how it looks. Okay. Whoa, well, that's loud, but yeah, that's how we're gonna like it. The all right. So I'm gonna end this video right here. It's a little bit more editing I have to do, maybe a little more angles, but hopefully you get the gist that this is probably pretty much one best editor that I found to use on a Chromebook when it comes to using actual hardware. Again, the unlike certain other editors, when we get into cloud editors, it doesn't matter too much about the hardware that you have in this machine. I mean, all helps because RAM helps even when you're uh, on the internet. But if you're talking about cost of strength of processor, All that's going to matter here. Now, this is doing quite well. Uh, so, whether this works for you is going to matter a little bit more of the internals that you have in your machine. Uh, but that's going to do it for today. See you next time.